Microplastics are tiny particles of plastic. They are smaller than 5 millimeters in size. These particles are everywhere in our environment. Worryingly, they are also present in our food and drinks. Now, a new study has found another surprising source: chewing gum. This discovery has raised concerns about the potential health risks of chewing gum. Chewing gum might seem harmless, however, it contains a surprising secret. Many chewing gums are made with plastic polymers. These polymers are not easily digestible. When we chew gum, these polymers break down into tiny microplastics. These microplastics can then be swallowed and enter our bodies. The presence of microplastics in chewing gum is a cause for concern. This is because microplastics have been linked to various health problems. Some studies suggest that microplastics can disrupt our hormones. Other studies indicate they could potentially lead to inflammation and damage to our organs. The discovery of microplastics in chewing gum is a stark reminder of the pervasiveness of plastic pollution. It highlights the need for us to be more aware of the hidden sources of microplastics in our daily lives. We must take steps to reduce our consumption of plastic and protect our health and the environment. A recent study presented at the American Chemical Society's spring meeting has shed light on the extent of microplastic release from chewing gum. The study found that both synthetic and natural chewing gums release hundreds, and in some cases, thousands of microplastics into our saliva when chewed. The researchers tested several brands of chewing gum. They found that, on average, each gram of gum released around 100 microplastics. Shockingly, some brands released up to 600 microplastics per gram. This finding suggests that chewing just a few pieces of gum could expose us to a significant number of microplastics. The study also revealed a concerning fact: both synthetic and natural gums release similar amounts of microplastics. Synthetic gums are made from petroleum-based polymers, which are known to be a major source of microplastics. However, the presence of microplastics in natural gums, which are derived from plant-based polymers, is unexpected and raises questions about the sources of these microplastics. The researchers speculate that the microplastics in natural gums may come from various sources. These could include contamination during the manufacturing process, packaging materials, or even the plants themselves absorbing microplastics from the environment. Further research is needed to pinpoint the exact source of microplastics in natural gums. The microplastics found in chewing gum are primarily polyolefins. This category of plastics includes polyethylene and polypropylene, which are commonly used in packaging, textiles, and various consumer products. Polyolefins are durable and resistant to degradation, which makes them useful in many applications, but also means they can persist in the environment for a long time. When we chew gum containing polyolefins, these microplastics are released into our saliva. From there, they can be swallowed and enter our digestive system. While the long-term health effects of ingesting microplastics are still being investigated, there is growing concern about their potential impact on human health. Some studies suggest that microplastics can accumulate in our organs and tissues, potentially leading to inflammation and cellular damage. Others have raised concerns about the potential for microplastics to disrupt our hormones or carry harmful chemicals into our bodies. These chemicals might leach out of the plastic and interfere with our biological processes. The fact that we are unknowingly ingesting microplastics through chewing gum is concerning. It adds another layer of complexity to the already pressing issue of plastic pollution. This discovery highlights the need for more research into the health effects of microplastics and the development of safer alternatives to conventional plastics. The study on microplastics in chewing gum used a simple yet effective methodology to measure microplastic release. Participants were asked to chew 7 pieces of each gum brand for a total of 4 minutes. Saliva samples were collected every 30 seconds to track the release of microplastics over time. This method allowed the researchers to observe the rate at which microplastics are released from chewing gum during typical chewing behavior. The frequent sample collection provided valuable data on the dynamics of microplastic release, showing that the number of microplastics released increases with chewing time. While this study provides crucial insights into microplastic release from chewing gum, it's important to remember that it represents a single study. More research is needed to confirm these findings and investigate the long-term health effects of microplastic exposure from chewing gum. However, the results are concerning enough to warrant caution. Experts suggest that we should try to reduce or eliminate our consumption of chewing gum, especially for children who might be more susceptible to the effects of microplastic exposure. Opting for alternatives like chewing gum made from natural chicle, a tree sap traditionally used in chewing gum, or simply reducing gum chewing frequency can help minimize potential risks. The evidence is mounting, and it's time we start chewing on the facts about microplastics in chewing gum.